What's up? What's up? What's up, Solar Warriors? What's up, Solar Warriors? Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. My name is Jarrett McAllister, the virtual solar pro, and this is Powur Hitters Training. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You like the video, but also do us a favor. Drop a comment in the video. That really helps out with the algorithm. If there's something you want to learn about or something that's helped you out in your solar journey, just want to say what's up, go ahead and do it in the comment section. Really helps us out. Today, I'm partnered with my brother from another, my partner in crime, Tom Cotter. What's up, dude? How are you?
Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. Jared, I need one of those shirts. Do you have a link on your podcast where I can order one of those shirts?
My link is my wife. I just was like, hey, can you hook me up with one of those? But yeah, we should get a link on that. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Shout out to Mrs. Virtual Solar Pro for hooking it up on Christmas with the shirt. But thanks, man. Yeah, I'll have to get you one. It's going to be what are we looking at? Large here pretty soon, dude. You're looking good.
That'd be good. Let's do a large.
Yeah. I'm liking that. I liking that, man. Yeah, you're looking good, Tom. So, hey, man, we have an awesome training for all you guys out here this week. Once again, this week, our brother Jonathan Bernasso. It's like, where in the world is he these days? I have no clue. Have you heard from him?
I think he's selling ice to Eskimos right now.
Selling ice to Eskimos, yeah, in
Iceland
or Greenland,
that was a
right?
couple of weeks ago. That was a couple.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dog sled took him out into the woods and he's gone.
Bernasso, if you could drop us a pin, bro, and just let us know where you're at, that would be great.
He's in Ireland.
Still?
Ireland.
Okay.
I can only imagine what he'd be doing in Ireland. I'm guessing having a lot of fun. But with that said, we are going to kick this training off like we do every single week, and that is with some success stories. Everybody loves the success story. So if you have one, we want to hear about it. Did you help a homeowner go solar this past week? Are you brand new to Powur? Let's hear about it. But really, we want to hear about these stories about helping homeowners go in solar, and especially any adversity you had to overcome to help that homeowner. Janine, quickly with her hand raised. What's up? It's been a minute. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm great.
I've been waiting to share it until it was solid, and so we're solid now. We secured an installer in Austin, Texas. We were there in February for a Power Day that we hosted, and I connected with them on LinkedIn, and we got them dialed in. And at first they just wanted to install, but then they realized the opportunity that the whole platform provides and the sales opportunity, and so they're all about it, and we got them all signed up and ready to go.
Excellent job, Janine. So let's talk about this just really quick, because not everybody knows. You're like, what do you mean you brought on an installer? What does that mean? So you found them as an installation partner. Are they joining enterprise, wanting to do some self-fulfillment, install their own projects, and then also saw the power of being able to sell through the platform as well? Dive into that just a little bit.
So we introduced them to enterprise, and they were a little hesitant on the full platform. They didn't really want to get on the sales end of it. They just wanted to install jobs. And that was our first ask for them. But then as they dived into it and learned more about Powur after a few meetings that Tom was on and of course Chris, they realized the full opportunity that's there for them. The sales, the equipment fulfillment, the access to equipment, access to finance opportunities and lease opportunities, and they really were.
That's my wife. She's just crushing it.
Woo! What's up, Chris? Dude, no, she is crushing it. And yeah, I mean, essentially they saw the value of enterprise and them being able to white label Powur services, and they get to protect their own brand, because you got to realize these installers who are in business, they've been around, could be 5, 8 years, 10 years. They've been building up a brand, building up a reputation, and they might not want to just give that away, right? And all of a sudden become Powur, but they don't have to with Enterprise. They are literally able to take advantage of our COGS model, right? Our equipment, our financing, have a whole back end, operational support, ticketing, project managers, wrap it up in a nice little bow, and they can put their name on it through Enterprise, and they're able to install their own projects. So that's awesome that they saw the value there. Great job, Janine. I'd say great job, Chris, but we know who did all the work, buddy. So,
Dude, she found it herself. And this is a company that's well established. South Plains Solar in Texas, one of the most successful installers in Texas. They have all wrapped vehicles, wrapped trucks. They have work crews. And Tommy helped out with the clothes on that. But she did it all herself. This was all her. I can't take any credit for it.
as you shouldn't, because you have none to take. It's all hers.
There you go.
Great job, you two. Power. Literally, you're looking at a power couple right here. So awesome. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Anyone else would like to share a success story?
I'd like
Come
to
on,
share a
now's your-
success story. My wife and I are now in marriage counseling as a result of me bringing up what Janine is doing in Chris and Janine's business so frequently. So we are getting help in our marriage. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, that's as long as you're getting the help, but with knowing you, hey, due to the platform, you're able to afford marriage counseling. So that's a great thing. All right. We have Jonathan with his hand raised. Jonathan, we can hear, there he is. Oh, now he's gone. There
There
he
I am.
is. Peekaboo. All right. What's up?
Hey, I did a private business launch last Thursday with Jonathan Brunasso and Bobby Smith. It was awesome. We had 30 attendees, 8 new power sellers signed up, and I'm feeling great, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Right. Oh, man, you took advantage of that opportunity to have Bobby Smith launch your power business. 30 attendees, 8 signups, man. I mean, that's like 30% roughly of the people that, just jumped in right on as soon as they saw the opportunity. And I'd be willing to bet you'll have a couple more from that launch that are going to end up joining the business. But no, hey, that's incredible. What a way to take off, hit the ground running. That's incredible. And then I think I just saw you on the chat talking about helping out someone with Sonova. You got a project going. Was that you?
Yeah, I just found out that if you have any customers with credit blockers, they just check Experian. So just have them lift Experian only. And I did that, worked like a charm, and now we're in process. So, yep.
Excellent. Great job, man. And someone in the chat wants to know 30 attendees. How did you do that? How'd you pull that off? Now these random people out of a phone book? Did you go on LinkedIn?
So this is,
tell us about
this is my 11th year in solar. By the way, I saw Fred Collins, one of my old coworkers. Good to see you, Fred. But anyways, yeah, I've been doing solar for a long time, and I have a lot of realtors and ambassadors and kind of referral partners. And so what I've been doing is reaching out to all my past referral partners with my old company, Sunrun, and saying, hey, look, you know how I used to do $1,000? I'm actually taking a totally different strategy this year. I'm looking for 20 sellers that are working for me to generate leads. And instead of giving you $1,000, you can make up to 50% commission. Here's how that works, right? You're going to pay $85 platform fee. You're going to join my brokerage, and you're going to do some initial training. And then I'm going to work with you one-on-one on really accelerating your referrals beyond that $1,000 and helping set you up for, $3,000 to $4,000 per transaction. And people are taking that and running with it. So I'm just going to keep doing that.
Mic drop. Boom. There you go. There you go, you guys. He's just laying out some gold nuggets for you. Incredible strategy there. Jonathan, hey, congratulations on your success. And thank you for sharing that with the team. I think you just inspired quite a few people. Not sure if Bobby's still doing some private launches, but if he is, you guys take advantage of this. One way to truly accelerate your business, kick it off. And then real quick, I just want to share a success story that I had from on Friday. I helped a homeowner go solar. That was a referral from a client that spent 2-3 months waiting to go solar with me. She did her due diligence. She got 4 or 5 different quotes. She wanted to see reviews. She wanted it priced right, sized right. And in the end, she went with yours truly, not because I was the cheapest, because I wasn't, and I'll never be the cheapest, but because I educated her the best. I provided the most value. I sized her system properly. I followed up with her with no pressure, and she liked me. Right? People buy from people that she liked. So she ended up going with me. Now, this lady, she is a nurse. And after going through this rigorous vetting process, and she saw us going to work, quick site survey, quick turnaround with the design. We already have the permits back all within a month. We're just waiting on her HOA. She's already referring me to her fellow nurses. Gentleman reached out to me because of how well she vetted me. And I reminded him, oh, you know her, you know how she, oh yeah, I know that. Do you think he had to go through a 3-month process vetting me as a solar company or as a sales rep? No, she did all the legwork up front. And I reminded him of that. And it was very easy. He sat with me. He saw the value and decided to go right there on the spot. So, if you take the time, and let these people, first of all, educate your clients. Do not just try to rush through a presentation. You do yourself a disservice, but really educate them, provide value. They will, maybe not right in the beginning, but eventually they will go with you, and that will lead to more referrals, which is awesome. And because those are the best types of appointments we can ever get, are referrals. Ain't that right, Tom? Is there anything better than a referral? A warm, happy referral?
Nothing better than that. Yeah, the
Nothing
first
better.
proposal that I gave in solar, I closed about 7 years later. Stay in touch.
Follow up.
Follow up.
Yeah. Awesome, man. All right, cool. We have 2 more, and then we're going to get on to our training because it is jam-packed. Jeremiah, then Scott, and then on to Tom. But so Jeremiah, what do you got, brother?
Hey, super brief. Just a couple small wins. Finally was able to track down a guy that's been in witness protection for a little while, after the initial discovery call. And then he just, went ghost on me. So got a presentation lined up with him on Friday. So, looking forward to finally, bringing some closure to that, hopefully get some glass on his roof, save him some money. And, just onboarded a new rep. What was that? 2 nights ago? Just under the deadline for the big wave. So it wasn't my personal, but it was like someone underneath
Sure.
of one of my personals. So, but yeah, it's all good. So team's growing a little bit, and like I said, little things here and there, but day by day, right?
Dude, day by day, and they stack up, right? All the little wins. I mean, if you got a little win every single day, you look back at the end of the month, that's 30 wins, and that really propels your business ahead. So great job, brother. Thank you for sharing that, man. All right. And then we got Scott. What's up,
Good
Scott?
morning. Good morning. Hey, I'm excited. I just want to echo what you said about education in taking time with the clients and helping them to understand. That's what I'm about. I beat out this weekend. I closed a deal with a roof and solar, and was more expensive than our local, we call them bottom feeder here. So it was about why Powur, why now, why me? And yeah, absolutely. Educate, take your time. So yep, I'm excited about that. Got some good referrals coming from her too.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, man. And the other thing, just one more bit of advice, you guys, is find in your area that you're working the local EPC that is powered with or partnered with Powur, and if you're a Powur Pro or Enterprise, you could select your individual partners. That's what I did in Northern California in the Bay Area. I have Got Watts. They have 255-star reviews as a local EPC, and they are my preferred install partner. And so when I'm going through my presentation and I'm talking about us versus the competition, I'm letting them know that they literally have the best of the best IP doing the work. Just another pro tip for you guys out there to be able to take advantage and help you close more deals. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your wins. Love hearing from them. Tommy, do you have some words of wisdom? You want to You want to drop something for us, or what you got?
I do. I got a little story today. It's a short story. It was 2005, and I was messing around on my favorite social media platform, MySpace. And I saw this post from somebody that I had never heard of before, and he was promoting a local solar tour. And I connected with this guy. Solar was something that I had started to learn about, started to talk about. And I connected with this guy, networked with him through social networking, and started working with him and organizing a local solar tour in Fresno, California, called the Fresno Solar Tour. Subsequently, got a job in solar from that event that I was helping to organize. And the first home show that I ever attended was the Fresno Home Show, and I had 80 leads after that home show. And I was the only full-time salesperson. I told my manager at the time, Aaron Clark, if any of you know him, told him, hey, we got to hire another salesperson because I can't handle all these appointments on my own. I'm not going to get to them in time. So fast forward many years later, and I had organized not just multiple Fresno solar tours, Fresno Drive Electric Week, Fresno Green Week. What else do we got here? All different kinds of local events that I organized myself, and I also participated in wine tasting events, home shows, all different kind of local events. So what you all are going to hear today, think about what you could be doing in your local market if Powur is there, or even if Powur isn't there, and you could maybe potentially bring Powur to your market. You're going to hear today from Emmitt Summers and Craig Blume. Emmitt is my former boss's boss at Sunrun. So Emmitt ran all of sales for Sunrun across the country. Craig, if you have not seen him across social media, he is always out networking and doing events. And so in just a few minutes, you're going to hear from these gentlemen, but know that these are guys who have been around the block and who are walking the talk. They're not just coming on here giving you some strategy that they don't know and don't practice, right? Events have been significant in my business in running sales teams. And if events are not a part of your strategy, I want to challenge you to think about investing your time in events, whether you are attending events or having a booth at an event. There's lots of ways that you can participate. If you're not comfortable doing that, great. Step out of your comfort zone and grow a little bit, including growing your business. Jarrett, do you want to jump in here? Do you want to talk about some slides real quick? But I just wanted to kind of preface that before we get into our training today.
Yeah, I love that, man. And, these guys definitely walk the talk. They don't just talk and walk like me. I'm excited to get into the training. Before we do, I guess we'll do a quick little housekeeping, tell you about some events. I think there's only one event that we should just put laser focus on, and that's tomorrow's event. We could talk about future events, or you guys go to powurcalendar.com. You'll see all that. But there is one event that we're just going to talk about today and laser focus on it. And that is April's masterclass tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And as they say, it's huge event. All right. They are going to be dropping so many breakthroughs, updates to the platform and product launches, and not even going to get into it. Not going to tell you what it is. Just know, be there or be square. Like, you don't want to miss this event.
This is a mini Powur world, guys and gals.
It is.
So Jonathan Budd, our CEO, if you're new, is going to be on stage probably almost the whole time. So
that's what I heard.
There's going to be big announcements that will change your business dramatically, and you want to be there. You don't want to miss out on this.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out. I mean, J Bud brings the freaking fire. And typically on these events, he usually comes out in the beginning, get you fired up, has different panels. He'll come out at the end, wrap it up. He's like doing the whole thing for the most part. And it's just going to be incredible. And we've been talking about this and hyping this up for a long time. And guess what, you guys? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So hop on in, right? It's part of the platform. And not just yourself, but the person who can get the most amount of team members to these events wins. Why? Because it gets you fired up. It gets you wanting to take action. And it's cool. Obviously, you want to be there. But imagine if you have 10 members of your team who feel this energy, who get fired up, who want to take action. So, yeah, not just yourself. Make sure you get there. 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. And I will see you guys there. 100%.
And these
So
happen
with that-
once every quarter.
Yeah.
But if it's not too late, you could get some people together for a watch party, you know, at your house, or get a place last minute. If you're in the Fresno area, Chris and JC Callier are hosting a watch party at 1462 Clovis Avenue in Clovis. So slide on over and join the fun.
Slide on over. And then, hey, someone just asked, you know, does anybody know if we can invite non-power people? Here's the thing. It's for people in power. But I will tell you, if you were to bring someone who's thinking about joining power and they hopped on and saw this and watched it, you're going to have a new member of power. That's a guarantee. And I don't think anybody would shun you for that. Right, Tom, right? You're at your house, you're chilling, you're with your friends, somebody watching.
Yeah, we're not promoting it like Power Hour or anything like that, but definitely it's open to people who are thinking about working with power. It would be best if they watched, you know, if they haven't been to a Power Hour or a Power Day, if they watched a recording of a Power Hour before attending.
Sure.
But it's not a requirement, right?
There you go. So hopefully that answers that. Yeah, people who are on the fence. That's right, Larry. Those little, you know, people living on the fence. This would be the nudge. Get them over. All right. Hey, thank you for that, sharing that, Tom. Really, honestly, let's just leave it with that. I don't want people even having to think about anything else except for the training of what we have coming up.
Good.
Our next guest, as Tommy said, you know, these guys are absolute legends in the solar industry. Emmitt Summers, you know, high up, Sun Run, OG in the game. Mr. Craig Blume. I call him the hardest man working in solar because he's literally, every time I hop on LinkedIn, it's Mr. Craig Blume, big old smile, event tent behind him. He's working it, crushing it, networking. And he's always working. I mean, literally, go on LinkedIn right now. Even though he's here at this meeting, he's at an event somewhere too. It's at the same time. It's impressive. So without any further ado, just want to introduce you guys. Come on up. Emmitt, Craig, what's up, guys?
Hey there, Emmitt.
Emmitt, you got to come off of mute, bro.
Hey guys, take the lead,
Honored.
Mr. Maryland, 1990. Let's roll. Garrett, mad props
right.
to you. Also want to say thank you to Tom and Rick and Jordan and Cynthia, biggest inspirations in my semi-retirement with Power here. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Honored. The legends on this call, right? So can I share the PowerPoint?
You absolutely can.
Okay, very good. So if everyone can see that screen, that's how we'll start this. So Emmitt, I've adopted you as the hardest working man. That's right. So I changed the A to an E, and so a lot of times, yes, it's Emmitt and I out there on Sundays at the farmers market doing this together, and it's side by side at the trade shows. So honored to present this to everyone today. Thank you. You know, so really what I want to do is I'm just going to show you some setups of the booth, some of the shows I'm doing, some of the groups that I'm working with, and I'm going to pass the baton to my co-host, who will literally take it to the next level for everyone on the call here. So that being said, let me see if I can get this moving here for you. Apologize. Where are we? Here we go. So a little tiny bit about me, guys and gals, and so look, I mean, I'm been married for 28 years. You know, 2 sons. Alec is 25, and my youngest son Kyle 22. 2 dogs, Hudson and Blackjack.
joined Powur November 22. My sponsor is Bill Conley, my brother, and Bill Conley right on up to Tom Cotter, I did the Steve Harvey, just as it says here. I took a leap of faith. I jumped all in, and I've never looked back. I just feel like we're in an industry that the growth is off the charts. Are we at this at the right time? Absolutely. Just getting ready to go viral. And do we have the right company? Absolutely, we do. Powur is the bomb. We are the Uber, we are the Amazon solar company of the industry, blessed to be here. So my passion is helping others. Without any further ado, let me get into this. So here's some of the shows that I have chosen to do. So the home and garden shows, both statewide and local counties, farmers markets, and just, kudos to Jonathan Bernasso. Ultimately, that's where I got that hint, to do that. And trade shows. So one in particular is the Natural Living Expo, wellness shows, anything you decide to do. And so you see number 4, anywhere that you like to be where people will be, right? Why? Because people have homes. So as Tom was saying earlier, so look, if you like to fly kites, go to a flight kite contest. If you like riding bicycles, whatever, go to a bike show. Whatever is your favor, because people will be there, and those people own homes. So that's kind of my method to my madness here, right? So that being said, here's back up for a moment. Here's just some pictures, if you will, of our event, our show, our exhibit at the Home and Garden Show. And you see, yeah, we did have some pretty cool guests there. Bobby Smith came in and graced us with his presence. You'll see Taylor there, Lisa, and Paul Corey, some of the folks we had coming out in the booth with us together. I just wanted you to see how we set the booth up, right? So some of this stuff comes from Powur Marketing. But what you'll see kind of interesting here, you see this golf game, right? And that, folks, is the attraction. When folks come into the room, we attract the kids. And so the kids see the golf game. My partner in crime here, Emmitt, was so good at doing this. He would attract the folks in. Who's a better golfer? Right. And so that's the things we're doing can everybody hear me okay? We doing good? All right,
Hear you great, brother. You're doing awesome, man. And dude, I
Thank
tell you what,
it was
I had
quiet.
an opportunity, yeah, hey, we're all zoned in on you. But I tell you what, if I had an opportunity to knock in like a 6-footer putt, I'd come and talk to you.
Good. Thank you. I mean, that's really the key, right? And so you see what we did here. So a couple of things. The tent comes from Powur Marketing. The tablecloth does. Some of the signs I've gone to a local printer to have done. But for the most part, this is what you do when you're doing an exhibit. And so again, the attraction was hawk them in, have something to bring them in, because otherwise folks are going to be coming by to the show. Everybody and the brother will ask for a card. A lot of them already have solar. It's interesting how many people have solar into these shows, right? Like, really, I'd like to test some of that. But anyhow, they'll come by and they'll grab a card. I'll call you. I'll send a bill. In fact, last year when I did this by myself, my wife was in the booth with me. She said, Craig, we're going to do great. I mean, all these people, look how many people are saying they're going to. No one called. 0. Crickets, right? So it just doesn't happen. So the intention of what we do here at at this particular show is we've got the golf game, right? So we've got 3 people in the booth. So I had 5 people at the show. And so this strategy also came from my partner, Emmitt. So I won't take all the credit there, and we'll pass the baton to Emmitt as well. But again, so 3 people in the booth here. One's working the attraction, right? Bring them in. And so as the parents are there standing and the kids are playing the golf game and we're putting for prizes. So we had candy, we had, little trinkets to give out to the kids. And so as the kids are in enjoying themselves, we peel the parents off. And then, so I've got a third person in the booth there. And that third person, the second person is talking ambassador, right? If there's college kids there, what are you guys doing for for some extra money while you're in school. Let me tell you about this program, right? And so we sort of peel the kids off there. And then as the parents get involved, bring them into the back of the booth. We sat them down. Right back here is my little table with my computer and my iPad sitting there. So if there was a question about the house, is it going to qualify? We pull up the house instantly on Google Project Sunroof or Google Earth, pull it up instantly and know. I mean, are they a viable prospect? Does it make sense for us to look at this thing? Because initially when I was, first started, I would be chasing shiny objects, right? Someone said the word utility bill, I was running across the room to grab it. And so when you get home to run the project, discovered that, boy, they're in the middle of the trees. And my brother Bill Conley can attest to that. We did a couple of those jobs, so it's probably a good half a dozen of my proposals that it should have never been run, right? So you run it on Google Project Sunroof first, you vet it, and then you let them know whether it makes sense to continue. So they're sitting down with me.
Can I really quick just interject?
Please, please.
I love that. We can do a little back and forth, but that's sharp. That is smart. You are engaging. Listen. Oh, fill out your piece of paper and we'll just put your name and address and we'll call you back later. How invested are they, right? That's not so much, but I tell you what, come to my office and I just got to say, that is a slick looking booth, man. That is sharp. It looks good. You got great material up there. It's clean. It's laid out. It's organized. It's not too chaotic. As Tommy pointed out, you got the $1 billion in revenue. I mean, that's huge. But I like that. Come on over. I tell you what, let me see if your house qualifies for solar, because not all do. Why don't you come over here, pull it up, Project Sunroof, see if it's viable, because we don't want to waste their time, our time. But you see that it's viable. What can you do next? You could set up an appointment right then and there on the calendar, look at the slot. And then what else can you do? Hey, go ahead. All I need from you is your utility information. Let's get it right now so I can start working on it. And you could do that right there from the spot. Craig, that's flipping genius, man. And I love it. Great job. So I had to say that.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you. No, that's the plan, right? I mean, so while I'm sitting down next to the homeowner, first off, I'm not sitting across the table. I'm sitting next to him shoulder to shoulder. So it's a project together, right? And so I'm doing my discovery right there. How old's the roof? You're going to add an EV anytime soon. What are you going to do that's going to, change how you're consuming power? Pool or hot tub coming? Oh, okay, good. Got it. How often you lose power? I'm fishing for battery. Right. So I'm doing my discovery sitting next to them. I'm taking notes. And then what we're doing is I've got the iPad. I've got a form there that they fill out. It's a form that it cost me like $30 on the iPad. I own the form. It's a really simple form. Name, address, you can customize it. So I pull their name, email, phone number, who did you meet with at the show? When's a good time for us to meet? Weekdays after, weekends. And so, sign here. And so I capture their information. And then I went ahead and scheduled the appointment at the show. And if I can say one thing that is the most important thing that you can do at a trade show is schedule the appointment. If you're not scheduling the appointments, you're forgive me, you're wasting some time, because the folks will give you their card, they'll give you their okay. I promise I'll send you that bill tonight. It won't happen. It just won't happen. And it's maddening and it's upsetting, but it's just the way the life works and it's the way the world is. So schedule the appointment.
And you're finding yourself chasing leads. Who really?
Yes.
I mean, you could get 100 leads. You really want to spend your whole next few evenings calling down a list and chasing these people? You're never going to have a better opportunity than right then and there with them. Right.
Yep.
So that's great. Man, great.
And I tell you what was pretty cool, Jared, is the utility bills the next day just started coming in. I mean, I wasn't calling people. They were texting them to me. They were emailing them to me. And it was really nice. It was nice for a change, right? So instantly they're engaged. And so the appointment's on. They've got some skin in the game, right? So that's what we did at the Home and Garden Show. Just wanted you to kind of see that booth. There is a solar panel back here. We had all kinds of stuff pasted on it. Baltimore Gas and Electric is raising their rates $408 million the next 3 years. So Emmett's putting signs up there, you know, here's what your bill's going to be, and we're writing stuff in, posting it up against. I'm sitting right next to it, pointing. Here's your bill. Oh, you got BG&E? Look at this. This was coming your way. You know, so it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, right? So that's the Home and Garden Show. Let me switch out here. This is the farmers market. Look at my brother. That's right, Emmett. I got you in there.
I was
So-
waiting 3 months for you to bring that picture out. Thank you, sir.
Ah, that's right. Craig, please don't. Yes, of course. No. Now we have a lot of fun together. And Emmett, I love you, man. I mean, I tell you, everyone, you know, says, hey, they'll come out to spend time with me on a Sunday, and Emmett comes out every Sunday, bar none. Every single time it's he and I together. We train a lot of folks into the booth, but that's what we do. I do it once a month. Just FYI, what does it cost? It costs me like $1,000 for the year, and I can show up 12 times, you know, per year. So I'm out every month. January is kind of cold. Midsummer looks good, but sometimes it's a little hot. So you see me here in shorts. And so we do the same thing here at this show. You'll see that, you know, the golf game there set up, the big flag to tent, you know, bring folks in. And so the exact same technique. And so families are there. They're there to get something to eat. They're walking their dogs. It's a Sunday morning. It's a beautiful weather, whatever. Even if it's not, we hawk them in. Same exact thing. You know, so it's the same technique. Schedule the appointments at the show, bring them in, and let's do this thing. And so in addition to working the booth and the folks coming by, the plan is also to work the show floor, right? So that's where Emmitt is so good at. And so, you know, basically when I did the Home and Garden Show, I had 3 in a booth and 2 on the floor, you know, so Emmitt was our floor captain. He went around, he's talking to the roofing companies, he's talking to the landscaping companies, he's talking to everybody who is somebody who's at this show and an enterprise opportunity, right? You know, so we work that. Exact same thing goes on at the trade show here at the farmers market. So we're working the booths next to us here on this show here. This is a roofing company next to us. Yeah, so they're at the farmers market as well. We're working them too, you know. So that's one of the techniques. Last here, I want to kind of show you, you know, a slightly different view. You know, this is a trade show. I'll be doing this show again this coming Sunday on the 7th. This is be my 5th time actually, you know, exhibiting at this show. This is called the Natural Living Expo. You know, and so it's a pretty good sized show. I have brought on sales consultants. I have sold systems as a result of being here at this show as well. Now I don't have the golf game out here. I don't have as much space in a smaller booth. But the techniques are still the same. Schedule the appointment at the show, bring them in, you know, same technique. So you know, use what you can. Obviously, the lit sign here, if folks are looking for the retractable signs, I highly recommend that you have the LED light. Okay, because when you buy that sign, that light is optional. I think it's additional $75. It's worth every weight, every penny, because when you're in a show like this, it lights it up. It stands out like a beacon. Okay, so you definitely want to do that when you're working that. You know, so moving forward, so networking groups, right? So like Tom said, I'm out and about. Some of you may have seen my post this morning. I was in a group this morning out and about as well. And so it's just what I do, right? I mean, so you know, the anatomy of the event, right? So you know, just pick a spot, pick a season, you know, pick an event that's different, customize accordingly. And so, you know, I'm in a number of different events here. Just what I do, and so I'm in a BNI, and so I believe that you'll see some of that here. This actually is an event for my high school. You see me right here in the middle. Yes, I'm branded with my blue shirt, my black coat on there too. Everywhere I go, I'm always branded. Right, so I'm out. This is some of there's Pat Cassidy. Hey Pat. You know, we're at one of the Powur days there, and this is a rather large group here. That's called Insight Connects, and the Accelerants. If you're familiar with these types of groups. That's what I'm doing, and so I'm in the BNI, the Chambers of Commerce. Bond is a business opportunity network. That's another group that I joined. Link networking as well. So I'm in 2 or 3 traditional leads groups. and I also do the events after hours, right? Go socialize a little bit and talk to some people. And the strategy is when you're there is not that you talk to everybody in the room. Pick 5 or 6 people. Pick 5 or 6 and come out of it with quality and information, quality contacts. And so after you've gone and you've met with these people, there's a few things that you should do as well. And number one, in my humble opinion, is every time I meet with folks. So this morning I've got 8 or 9 cards of the folks I met this morning. Later this evening, what I'll be doing is I'll be sending every single one of them an email. Hey, it was perfect meeting you. Terrific meeting you this morning at the at the event, the Pace Setters of Maryland, a networking event. And and then so I will send them an email and I sort of introduce myself again. And then I go ahead and I connect with them socially. I go to LinkedIn and I find them on LinkedIn and make sure I connect with them there. I connect with them on Facebook. Why? Because the power of BNI, when you're actually meeting with someone every single week, and you just like we get together every week with with our meeting here, you stay close to the fire, right? And that's kind of the intent. But with BNI, you develop those relationships, and it's not necessarily that you're looking for a roofer, you're looking for a broker or someone that's a direct vertical that we typically share that with. But anyone that's in that group owns homes, and they know other people that own homes. So that's kind of the intention. It's the relationship, right? So in my humble opinion, when I'm not going to meet some of these folks, like some I met this morning, but if they continue to to go on social media, there's where we're going to maintain my presence. Oh, there's that guy again. Oh, there's Craig Blume again. And so that's the method behind my madness, why I do it and how I do it. And hopefully it makes sense and it's helpful to folks, right? So last but not least here, then I'm going to pass the baton to my partner. I just wanted you to know where some of this stuff comes. I sort of alluded to it when we were talking about the Home and Garden Show earlier today, but this is right off, Powur's website, right? I have the big 14-foot flag, and I've got a tent that I've chose, and I've got a drape cloth over my table. I didn't buy the big drape backdrops here, and so you have some folks have done that as well. Just pick your things. I've got 3 or 4 out there that I did invest in. What I'm showing everyone over here is, I go to a local printer for my business cards. A local printer, when I did the $1 billion sign, I went to a local printer. And so I use a combination of both. So just so you have an understanding where the resources, where I'm getting them, and how you too can do the same thing. Questions at this point from anyone in the room before I pass the baton?
Yeah, no, thank you, Craig. And yeah, you guys can find all this material at outlet.powur.com. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat here. I have a question for you. But how much money did you spend in all to set up, to get your booth put together?
I'm going to say probably like 3,500.
3,500 bucks.
Yeah, it's about what it is.
Is that including the MacBook or is that's like your tent, your table, signage?
Yeah, I mean the tent's like 1,100 bucks. I mean the tablecloth maybe 3, the retractable sign and the light another 3. You're about 16 there, and then you get into the business cards and the signs, and maybe 3,500 is a little heavy. Maybe closer to 2,500 to 3,000 tops, Jared.
Sure.
But I'm investing in my company, right? And
100%.
so
that's what I was just gonna say. It's you guys, you are the CEO of your own renewable energy company, right? This is also a one-time investment that he is now, once he has it, it's like buy once, cry once, but now he has all the materials to go out, book events, generate leads, because that's what you got to do, and so many people are like, how do I generate leads? He's giving you the blueprint right here. And then now when people ask you, Craig, do you have a card? Do you just give them a card, or do you maybe do something else to capture their information?
I appreciate that. And it's a terrific lead in. So I actually have a digital business card. And so I sort of took it to the next level. And so when you have the paper card, and I do have the paper cards, and I do pass them out. I mean, I know that I made a statement earlier that they just won't call you back, and I know that, but I also know that in my heart, my mind, that once, even one every 200 or 100 or 1,000 are going to call me eventually. So I like to sort of, I feel like, I'm a Jim Carrey, and there's a chance, right? There might be a chance,
You
right?
might get one call back out of
yeah,
100.
you may,
That's like
So
that's what typically what it comes down to. 1% is going to call
Yeah.
you back. But if you're going to talk to 300-400 people in a weekend, you might get 3-4 callbacks.
Yeah, why not?
You never know,
right? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? But the game changer is the digital business card. So I purchased a card from Link, and there's several different kinds. And there's some of the guys on this call. Bill Conley's got a tap, I think. And so
I have a dot card.
there you go. There you go. But I tell you, when you tap someone's phone with that, it's a game changer, because number one, it's a different level of technology, and it's fun. And so I tap their iPhone, my information instantly comes into their phone. I've built a profile on it. And if it's a Droid, I tap in the middle, or they can scan the barcode. But it's a game changer, right? I mean, it cost me, like, I think between the dongle that I have on the little table and the card itself, maybe $80. There's no renewal fees. You build the website, you build what that card looks like, and so that's tied to my website. So it's tied to my calendar link. It's tied to, so it's all kind of coming together. So when you go to my website, it's a landing page, but I've got that on my digital business card too. So it all just, it weaves, right? And so the idea is to make sure I capture them and bring them into me. And so also, when they tap your digital business card, when you call them, by the way, then your name comes up. It's not a spam call. And so it's interesting. So then I'll follow up with them, and they'll go, "Hey, Craig." I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute. I haven't met these people other than seeing them at the show." So yeah, so that's how it plays out. So great question, Jared. Thank you.
No, that's awesome. And you guys also don't get intimidated with that. I know not everybody has $2,500 to invest right now. I highly recommend investing into your business. Remember, you help one homeowner go solar, that covers it, right? But just to get started, you could literally use a plastic fold-up table from Costco for $40, right? You could get a cloth, right? Your wife's really, don't use the real nice one, but you can get one out of the linen closet, cover it up, go down to Kinko's and, print up some signs. I mean, you could probably set something up for a couple $100 in the beginning if you needed to. So, don't get intimidated, but hey, and after that, reinvest into your business. It'll 10x, 100x itself for sure. But
let's jump over to Emmett here in a minute. I just wanted to bring up another idea for you at these events. If you know somebody that has a booth at that event, like a pest control company, a roofer, you can sign them up as an ambassador and go with them to their booth and stand in their booth and talk to people about their product and your product, right? Good way to get in.
Brother.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig. And if you listen carefully, you probably heard this word multiple times. He said it more than any other word: technique. And this is a former Mr. Maryland of 1990. And we joke all the time about martial arts and working out, right, Craig? Technique, technique, technique. Play the replay. He said it at least 20 times. It's all about technique. Repeat it, be good at it, rinse and repeat. I only have 2 slides to really go over here, folks. I'll get it done in 5 minutes. Put me on the clock. But I do want to say thank you for being part of this community. All the leaders out there, this is the most fun I've ever had in 18 years in solar. Also the most freedom I've had as well. All right, so let's take it to the next level. TLC, GTR, I like TLC. They're a pretty good band. So what's going to happen at home base is you're going to want the triple play. So you heard it from Craig. You have to have a greeter. You got to warm up the kids. Then you got to sit them down. And my job is just to keep the kids happy. And I happen to love kids. I got 4 kids and 3 grandkids. So all I do is play golf with them. And then they sit down with Craig, and Craig gives them chocolate and coffee or water or some adult beverage. And all of a sudden he's got an appointment. Right? You got to have teams. And even that $3,500 commitment, right, Craig? People are buying in to help us out now. That 3,500 can be divided by a group of people that comes out to work. Layout, slay it, easy in, can't get out. That's when they sit down with Craig. There's only one way out, and guess who's blocking it? Right. Comfort factor, have water and snacks when they sit down. It's awfully easy to give them a glass of water, give them some candy or snacks while you're sitting down checking to see if they qualify. TLC. Then you give the GTR, engage the clan, make sure that everybody's happy and they don't have anywhere else to go. Like they are not trying to get out of there, right? To receive. Number one rule of negotiation, don't negotiate. Second goal of negotiation, give to receive. Have somebody on the spot talking about the ambassador opportunity. So you always have the triple pitch. Want to play golf? Sure. You want to win prizes? Yeah, no problem. Want to sit down with Craig? Some free candy and water? Sure. 3, want a part-time gig? You got to have 3 people at the booth if you're going to triple pitch, right? Also have Power Day invitations ready. Be able to pre-register them for a Power Day or some kind of Power Hour event that's coming up. Too easy, right? And then text with selfies. I personally hate selfies, but for the job, I'll do it. Because you want to send a text message to the person who you play the golf with, right? You want to send a text message to the person who you set the appointment with. You want to send a text message to the ambassador so you can look at each other and go, oh yeah, I remember that dude. He was Mr. Maryland 1990. Right? Next slide. Speaking of GTR, can we get to the next slide, please? There you go. You know, if you look at the definition of event, it basically is anything that happens that has importance. Think about the last 3 things you did today. Did you kiss your significant other goodbye? Did you make it count? Did you drop off the kids? Did you have some fun? Were they looking forward to coming back to you tonight? You know, I just had a one-on-one with one of my best guys in my team. We went to the 12th floor of our office here in Rockville. We played shuffleboard, knocked out everything on that event. Everything in life is an event. If you make it important, it counts. Why not make everything you talk to somebody about count? But you got to have that mindset. You got to have the skill set, and you have to have the environment to do it, right? So this is what we talk about all day, probably 20 times a day, right, Craigie? Red card theory. And if you haven't heard it again, I'm going to tell it to you for the 20th time. How many red cars have you seen today? Just think about it. Drop it in the chat. Okay? Now, if I told you I'd give you $1,000 for each red car that you saw tomorrow, how many red cars do you think you would have seen? Okay? You want to walk through, you want to sit in a booth at the Timonium Fairgrounds. You want to sit in a B&I booth. Do you want to sit at the farmer's market and just go, oh, no, red car, no car. Everybody I look at an event is a red car. I'm like, family coming in hot, 6 o'clock. I'm like, I got it. I go, military guy, sit him down. I go, that guy looks like he's already gone solar. Sit him down. Everybody is a red car. Every roof, every parking lot that doesn't have a carport is a red car. Folks, mindset, skill set, environment. Can I get a name, man? All right. Next slide.
Amen.
I'm almost done here. All right. I know, Craig, you're having fun. I can't believe you put that freaking picture of me up there. I'm going to get you back. Power Pioneers at midnight tonight. I have stuff. Okay. So you had TLC, GTR. This is called Use It. USEIT. Undercover brother, sister. Now, you need a floor team. You see how the first gear was home base, second is floor team. Go undercover. Take your badge off at an event, pretend you're a customer, go scout everything out before you make your list of the people you want to sign up for enterprise, before you actually put your badge back on or invite them to the booth. It's called recon. I'm third generation Army. I did intel in the Army. This is how you do it. You got to watch game film. You got to fly your drone over. You need satellite views, right? You need to do all of that. It's called undercover brother or sister. Scout. Look for the adjacent industries, career pro categories. Have all those videos and links queued up on your cell phone or in some kind of easy way to access them, right? Look for the people at booths who are crushing it. Look for that booth where that person is amazing. Guess what? I'm gonna make you an ambassador. Craig Blume at Timonium signed up 5 people at some silly booth that were freaking crushing it as ambassadors, all the same night. Like, when you guys are done doing your massage chair thing, come over here because you guys dress well, you smell nice, you talk well. I'm gonna teach you how to do solar. Truth. Edify. Make sure when you're talking to folks, when you're on the floor, have you seen Craig Booth? He's Mr. Merrill in 1990. He got a booth over there by the HVAC company, and they got free golf. Edify, right? That's network marketing, direct sales 101. Invite. Ask them to come to the booth. Ask them when they're going to come to the booth. Tell them they can win some games and chocolate and prizes. We were giving away, what was it? Like, we were giving away Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels, right? Beanie Babies, right? Craig, come on, man, this is too easy. And then take him to the bridge. Take that selfie, give him directions to the booth, text them, where you at? I'm waiting for you. Technique, use it. Last slide. When you go to an event, know who you're fishing for. I was born in Fishing Village in the Philippines. Know the tackle and the bait you need. Know that if you want to go after snapper, it's a different bait and tackle. Tuna, different bait and tackle. Whales. But have that focus. Know exactly when, after you've done your recon on the floor, how you're going to find that landscaper and sign them up for enterprise. We signed up 2 tree trimming companies. Know exactly who they are and how you're going to sign them up, right? Et cetera, et cetera. I think that's it for me. I hope this was helpful. I got to hand it back to Jarrett and Tom and Rick and the rest of the crew. Again, love you all. Appreciate you all. Let's power up.
Love it. Thank you, Emmitt.
Thank
Super
you.
appreciate it. Thank you, Craig. You guys show them some love in the chat. This was a invaluable training. It was overdue. People are wondering, how to do this. And you guys just laid out a blueprint, not just a blueprint, but a blueprint to success, and partner up, find somebody else. You do not have to do this on your own. Let's open it up for a few questions. I know Tom needs to jump. So Tom, if you need to jump off, go ahead. I'll hold this down. And if Emmitt and Craig, if you can stick around for just a couple minutes, just for some, okay, sounds good, for some questions out there. That would be great. One question I have is, if you were to team up, how do you guys kind of go about splitting up the leads? Do you guys, is it just, hey, 50-50? Is it, hey, you got what you got, I got what I got? Like, because that's a legit question.
That's a great question. So it's batting order. It's really batting order. So you just spin, right, Craig? I mean, you can't get me off golf because I like doing the kids thing. But typically you just take the 3 people and you spin. Somebody goes from golf to ambassador. Somebody goes from ambassador to sitting at the table. Craig, I don't know how you do it when I'm not around, but typically that's what we do, right?
It's exactly right. I mean, so I mean, look, there's some free flowing play there. I mean, if you're when the reps are in the booth, they're passing out their cards, they're talking. I'm okay with that, right? Pass it out. I mean, we're all here. We're trying to work and trying to build our brand, and so as we brought the leads in, though, we had them on a round robin, and so that's precisely how it was going. So everyone that was in the booth hawking them in, we tried to share all the leads out. That's really important to me. I want to be fair, right? I want to make sure that everyone that's there, that's spending the time, gets something out of it. So that's exactly how that works. And then just because, I mean, look, it's the scarcity complex, right? We'd sort of gotten rid of that. And so, Emmitt and I, although I'm on one leg of Tom and he's on the other leg of Tom, we're both in Powur together, and we're Powur brothers, and we're collectively working on and building the DMV together. So
Chris, just tell them we arm wrestle for it, and they'll actually believe.
Yeah, right.
Push-up contest. I know who's going to win that one. So
I don't know. He's Army. I don't know. He's a scrapper.
Dude, I've seen you in person, Craig. I definitely don't want.
I'm throwing dirt in your eye first, okay?
No, that's great. And then here's another idea, you guys. Let's say you're not on the same team, right? But you want to go in together. You could literally 50-50 split every single deal by splitting up and tagging one as the tier, one's it's their lead and you're tagging the other as the T3 and vice versa, right? So it's easy to split these deals. It's up to you guys figuring out a way how you want to split the deals. But I think
that's perfect. You were actually at our booths. That's exactly what we do, depending on how the setup is. Just go 50-50. Yep.
There you go. There you go. All right. Any other last questions before we let these gentlemen go? Any best solar fair recommended to attend? They're all good. I mean, God, Home and Gardens.
And like I
right?
said, it's anywhere where people are, right? I mean, so that's kind of, my wife had a hard time with this initially, understand the concept. It was like, I just need to be where people are because people own homes. So it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, pick something that you like. Bobby's always talking about, he likes gardening. He likes, pools. So go to a pool store.
An RV fair. Right, yeah.
Yes,
how about
exactly.
a hot tub fair, right? These people are getting hot tubs installed. Their power bill is going to go up. Right now, you could be the solution. And you guys think outside the box, because if you're thinking, oh, what's the best? Would you really want to go to a solar fair where there's going to be 20 other solar companies that you're competing with? Or how about come up with, like you said, a naturopathic fair where there's probably not going to be other solar companies. You're the one show right in town. So if they want to talk solar, they're going to talk to you. But you know what? You hit the nail on the head. There are red cars everywhere, and it doesn't matter as long as there are people to talk to. You're good. You're good. So great job, you guys. I absolutely love it. I think everybody got a tremendous amount of value out of this training. So yeah, one more time, give it up for these guys. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and wrap up this training. I will see you all tomorrow on the masterclass. So, and then stick around after this. I can host for a couple more minutes. If you guys have some general questions outside of events, I'm happy to do so. So other than that, see you guys next week.
Thank you, Jared.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this episode. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. You can also follow me on the socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. All those links will be listed below. Now, if you're looking to get started on the path to selling solar virtually, look no further than Powur. Powur is a decentralized solar platform that gives you the ability to sell 100% virtually in 25 plus states and growing. Their platform gives you the advantage to offer your clients a variety of different panels, inverters, roofs, batteries, and even EV chargers. Brands include Enphase, SolarEdge, Tesla, Franklin, and Span Smart Panels. Powur offers multiple zero-down financing options, including loans, PPAs, and leases. And with their revolutionary cost of goods sold model, 5 different streams of income, and world-class training, there is nothing else like it in the solar industry. If you're looking to get started, go to powur.com. That's powur.com/virtualsolarpro/join and start selling solar virtually today.